Mwange Msau, divisheni ya kwanza, chini yake Meja Zefania Onyama. Asante Maroon Commandos. Niombe kwa heshima tubaki tukiwa tumesimama kwa wimbo wa taifa na wimbo wa Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki. Basi kwa parapanda hizo ni dhahiri shahiri kwamba anajiunga nasi Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, na niombe kwa heshima sote tusimame kumkaribisha Mheshimiwa Rais tukiongozwa na bendi yetu. Boni.
Haya, wapi makofi Homa Bay? Karibu Mheshimiwa Rais William Ruto. Peperusha mikono wananchi.
Kenya,
bendera,
Kenya taifa letu,
bendera,
Kenya,
bendera,
nchi yetu,
moja,
Kenya,
pili,
Kenya taifa letu,
karibu,
Kenya,
Mheshimiwa Rais, Homa Bay, utuongoze kwa sherehe za Madaraka. Moja, karibu, peperusha bendera, kila moja peperusha bendera. Karibu, siku imefika. Wanafunzi tupeperushe bendera juu kabisa. Karibu, makofi, makofi.
Asante. nikija kumwomba kwa heshima Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu wa Majeshi yote ya Ulinzi ya Kenya ruhusa ya kuweza kuvaa gwaride la heshima linaandaliwa na Majeshi ya Ulinzi ya Kenya. Mkuu wa Majeshi ya Ulinzi ya Kenya Jenerali Charles Kahai kupewa heshima ya hali ya juu akipeana heshima zake kwa bendera ya kikosi cha 7 jeshi la nchi kavu. Uwanjani punde tu Mheshimiwa Rais atachukua nafasi yake kwenye jukwaa maalum. Bendera ya kikosi hupewa heshima ya hadhi ya juu. Unavyoshuhudia hivi sasa Mheshimiwa Rais akipeana heshima zake kwa bendera ya kikosi cha 7 jeshi la nchi kavu. Mheshimiwa Rais, ukitazama angani naweza kuiona bendera ya taifa letu la Kenya ikipepea angani hivi sasa. Ndiposa Mheshimiwa Rais, kila wakati huwa tunasema tunaondoka uwanjani kwenda kwa ulinzi wa taifa. Angani tuko sawa, kwenye fuo za bahari tuko sawa, na utaona Mheshimiwa Rais wakitua mahali hapa, mipaka yetu iko sawa masaa 24. Tazama Mheshimiwa Rais anapopinda miguu yake kama mwewe na kuanza kusoma mahali atakapotua. Moja, akifunga breki ya kwanza, ya pili, Warrant Officer 1 Obadia Midibe, desired point of impact. Mheshimiwa Rais akiweza kuipata, akipata desired point of impact mahali hapo, ndeki yake, makofi kwake, watatu makofi. Basi Mheshimiwa Rais, ukitazama kule angani tulio nao Mheshimiwa Rais wa kulinda taifa letu, tazama Mheshimiwa Rais, katika mafunzo yao wao husema every jump is a new jump. Makofi kwake Senior Sergeant John Kide, tumpe makofi Mheshimiwa Rais, anayebeba bendera ya majeshi ya ulinzi Senior Sergeant Steven Irungu, kwa weledi na ujuzi walio nao. Tumshangilie kwa makofi anapotua mahali hapa. Sergeant Kizogona, katika lugha ya kijeshi wanaweka sentry, anatua kwa umaridadi. Tuwape makofi wanapi Mheshimiwa Rais. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais, niombe kwa heshima uweze kuketi. Pia huchukua siku 7 kuendelea. Kauli mbiu ya chuo cha mafunzo yao ikiwa knowledge dispels fear.
Maarifa hufumusha woga.
Heshima mbele ya jukwaa, na anayetufungia nyuma ni Warrant Officer 1 Paul Aluku Omasaja. Serem Major Ismail Olwal. Anga na fuo za bahari zetu ziko salama masaa 24. Mheshimiwa Rais, wao huwa wamejifungia zana zao za kivita, wakiwa wamebeba zana zao za kivita, miavuli, chakula watakayotumia kwa siku 7, kwa sababu operesheni fupi yao huchukua kauli mbiu ya chuo cha mafunzo yao.
Madaraka Mheshimiwa Rais wakiwa na wafuasi takriban 1500 au wanafikiri kama kikundi cha kwanza Mheshimiwa Rais katika utawa ikiwa ni sura wakiwa wamevalia skepu
naomba utukubalie tuweze wote Ezekia Ogira, Suleiman Salim na Janet Langat kutoka Wizara ya Elimu. Watoto hawa
Hongera Rais wetu kwa kukuza uchumi maji. Makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Rais.
Rais wetu oye!
wajibike. Oh Kenya, wakonya kajite. Ya Wakenya, wakonya kajite. Kenya anayonda kubona sigalagala. Kenya nchi yangu ninayoipenda sana. Lona marafrika dongienka.
La puro farm, tomoko timo mining, jolupo niye na. Kila county kelo something na Kenya na combine. Kwa diye pap, jo adula niye pap. Jo rugby kelo sifa, John Wech medoga. Jua kaligero pinjo, sis loso plan. Kila ngato kelo something na Kenya na combine.
Usalama wetu makofi yetu. Ukisikia wangoyo genatu.
You've had several challenges. We have had a lot of issues. 2 years ago, we were on the streets. And even last year, they were on the streets, the Gen Zs. I saw that during the prayer breakfast recently this week, there was apologies that were being made. The speaker and yourself, which is wonderful as a first step to reconciliation. But then there's the issue of people who are injured. Some people who died during that time. I want today to say that we should do compensation to families of those who died and those who were injured so that we can have a closure to this chapter of our national history today. We want Kenyans to live in peace and in unity. Your Excellency, thank you very much. Long live Kenya. Asante. The diplomats who are here, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo, hamjambo, Jothurwa, Umor, Will, Uchiek. It is an honor, Your Excellency, to be allowed to greet these people today. This, as the governor has said, is a great day for the Homa Bay County. But more importantly, Your Excellency, it is a testament that devolution works and can work if it is empowered. Your Excellency, 62 years ago, the founding fathers of our nation, after a very long struggle for independence, attained internal self-government on this day. And that's the day when Pimas now had a hope that eventually the country was going to be independent. They went on further to coin the Kenyan dream in our national anthem. You'll find it in several stanzas of our national anthem. The first one which says, Lord, bless this land of ours. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in liberty, peace and liberty, and plenty be found within our borders. That meant that first, they want us to live in peace. And peace is just not the absence of war. Peace means that somebody has also got food to eat. And they say that unity, people should be united without any discrimination on the basis of gender, on the basis of tribe, on the basis of religion, and on the basis of culture. This is what our founding fathers wanted. Your Excellency, at that time, they coined a constitution that had devolution in it, called Majimbo at that time. Over the years, Your Excellency, there were changes. Eventually, when we struggled, we brought back devolution in our constitution. This devolution, Your Excellency, has had several challenges. But I want to invite you, Your Excellency, to ensure that devolution works. Empower the devolution. Number one, by giving more resources coming down to the counties. Let the counties have sufficient resources so that they can be able to provide services to the people. And then there are also some services which were not devolved. But, Your Excellency, those services which are not devolved can be delegated. Delegated to be implemented by the county government. But, Your Excellency, I want to plead with you, do not resurrect provincial administration. Provincial administration is a relic of colonialism that has no place today in a free and independent Kenya. We want to see that the governors get sufficient resources to do their work. And then they are also going to be supervised by other institutions. We want also our members of parliament to continue to do their work effectively by representing, legislating, and oversighting the national government, but allow the development to be done by the county government themselves. Your Excellency, if we do this, this country is going to develop at much faster rates. That is why I would like to, here today on the National Day, appeal to Parliament to implement what we had put in our agreement, that 450 billion shillings be allocated to counties in this coming budget.
We have successfully transitioned to a competence-based education system, moving away from rote learning towards a dynamic, skills-based approach aligned with the 21st century needs and our socio-economic goals. Our next priority is to ensure every school has infrastructure and equipment needed to support both learners and teachers. To support this transition, and respond to the needs of our growing population, we have undertaken the largest teacher recruitment drive since independence, employing 76,000 new teachers over a period of 2 years, and are on course on additional 24,000 teachers by January next year. We also have built more than 23,000 additional classrooms, easing pressure on existing infrastructure and shielding teachers and learners from the burden of overcrowded classrooms. At the tertiary level, we have revolutionized education financing through a new student-centered funding model that ensures the sustainability of our TVETs and universities while expanding access for learners. Today, students from poor families get up to 90% of government scholarships, with parents paying only a nominal fee. In recognition of the transformative power of technical and vocational education and training, in tackling pressing socioeconomic challenges such as youth unemployment, skills gaps, and poverty, the government is aggressively scaling up investment in technical training. TVET colleges enrollment is set to grow fourfold from 500,000 last year to 2 million by the end of this year, equipping a new generation with skills and knowledge needed to drive Kenya's industrialization, innovation, and economic competitiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, to further empower ordinary Kenyans and small businesses with affordable credit, the Hustler Fund has supported over 25 million borrowers, disbursed 70 billion, and mobilized 4.5 billion in savings. It has also introduced a revolutionary credit rating system that is transforming access to finance for millions who were previously excluded from the formal financial system. The Hustler Fund credit rating system is designed to offer fair and transparent assessment of creditworthiness. It serves as an alternative form of soft collateral for individuals at the base of our economy, the historically excluded majority who lack access to formal financing guarantees such as payslips, title deeds, or other traditional forms of collateral. To date, over 4.5 million beneficiaries with strong credit scores have been qualified for increased loan limits. Notably, 400,000 of them are now eligible for loans of up to 150,000 without any other collateral except their credit score, bringing them into direct engagement with commercial banks. I speak to you today with a deep conviction that our country is firmly on the path to stability and progress. We have weathered turbulent times, navigated serious challenges, and through courage, policy decisions pursued with resolve, we have not only stabilized our economy, but also charted a clear course to long-term prosperity. Since August 2022, Kenya has recorded an average annual growth of an average of 5%, outperforming the global average of 3.3% and the regional average of 3.8%. Just last month, the International Monetary Fund projected our GDP to reach US dollars 132 billion. That is 17 trillion Kenya shillings, making us the largest economy in our region and the 6th largest economy in our continent. At the same time, inflation has declined sharply from 9.6% in October 2022 to 3.8% in May this year, well below our target of 5% and bringing welcome relief to households and businesses. This reflects the strength of our economic fundamentals and the impact of our bold reforms. During the same period, the shilling appreciated by nearly 20% against the US dollar, from Kenya shillings 162 to Kenya shillings 129, making it one of the best performing currencies in the world. The central bank rate has decreased from 13 to 10%, lowering the cost of borrowing and spurring private sector activity. Additionally, our foreign exchange reserves now stand at US dollars 10 billion, extending our import cover from 2.5 to 4 months. Ladies and gentlemen, word is beginning to get out throughout the nation that SHA is working, by which citizens mean that the transition challenges and teething problems are now behind us, and universal health coverage is now serving Kenyans and leaving no one behind. Since the rollout of Taifa Care in October 2024, 23 million Kenyans have so far registered with the Social Health Authority, a resounding vote of confidence in our reformed healthcare model. We are now recording an average of 50,000 new registrations every day, a clear testament to the fact that Kenyans have embraced a system designed to guarantee access to quality, affordable, and dignified healthcare for all of us. In just 8 months, SHA has disbursed Kenya shillings 43 billion in claims to facilities, with 4.5 million Kenyans having received treatment fully covered by SHA since its inception. For the first time in Kenya's history, under SHA, citizens can access free emergency services in all facilities funded by the government through the Emergency Critical and Chronic Illness Fund. This groundbreaking reform is eliminating the burden of mandatory deposits demanded by hospitals, especially during emergencies. To sustain this momentum, the government has allocated sufficient resources to fully fund primary health care services. Every registered Kenyan can now access care in public and SHA-contracted facilities at no cost. Taifa Care is universal in both word and deed. These healthcare services deliver transformation goes beyond the magnitude of numbers or of new beneficiaries to real impact on citizens. SHA is settling payments promptly, ensuring that no Kenyan is turned away due to lack of funds. Additionally, to expand access to comprehensive inpatient care, the Social Health Authority is prioritizing the enrollment of all Kenyans with a particular focus on those in the informal sector, many of whom were previously excluded under the now defunct National Health Insurance Fund. Although informal households account for approximately 80% of the population, they have historically faced significant barriers to access health insurance. So far, 1.7 million informal sector households have successfully enrolled and paid for social health insurance, a record achievement representing the highest number of informal sector enrollment in a single year in the history of Kenya. Efficient mills are more profitable and offer farmers optimal returns. Conversely, outdated mills, some of which run on plants that are over 50 years old, recover only 1 ton of sugar from nearly 20 tons of cane, shortchanging our growers and robbing them of their sweat. In this connection, the recent competitive leasing of 4 state-owned factories, Nzoia, Chemelil, Sony, and Moroni, is another strategic step to inject efficiency, restore profitability, and safeguard farmers' livelihoods. Our goal is to modernize the mills, ensure prompt payment to farmers, workers' salaries and wages, and transform these once struggling factories into productive and sustainable enterprises. For years, these factories were a financial burden on the exchequer, surviving only on repeated taxpayer-funded bailouts while failing to pay farmers and workers. The government of Kenya has acknowledged its limitation in managing these mills. Let it be clearly understood that neither the factories nor their assets, including land, have been sold. They remain public property, leased under strict terms to private sector players to deliver shared value and revive the industry for the benefit of farmers, workers, communities, the sector, and the nation. Asanteni sana kwa kutukaribisha Homa Bay. Tunawaheshimu, tunawapenda, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie safari hii tutatembea kwa pamoja. Nataka nimshukuru ndugu yangu mkubwa Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga aka Baba kwa kuunganisha pamoja na mimi taifa letu la Kenya. Tuondoe siasa ya chuki na ukabila na mambo ya kisirani. Tuwaweke watu wa Kenya pamoja kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu. Ndio mwimbaji mmoja hapa akatuambia, one waonge wasiwasi, one waonge watch, one wachodho mana teach. Alisema hakusema? Nirudie. One waonge wasiwasi, one waonge watch, one wachodho mana teach. Kwa Mheshimiwa Kindiki na Mheshimiwa Raila pengine hamuelewi hiyo lugha, inamaanisha hatuna wasiwasi, hatuna midomo mingi, tunachapa kazi. Ile kazi bila break ndio tunachapa. Ni kweli ama si kweli watu wa Homa Bay? Tuendelee ama tuendelee? Mimi nasema asante sana. I thank you all. God bless you. God bless our great country, Kenya. If you didn't understand what we meant by bottom up, now you do. If you didn't believe, now you believe. And if you thought it was a fantasy, as contributors to the housing levy, you are now witnessing and making history that will be remembered for generations to come in the history of Kenya. We are firmly on course to delivering 150,000 housing units under the Affordable Housing Program, which have been under construction since September 2022, with 11,000 units already available for occupation. Very soon, I shall be handing over keys to new homeowners in Bahati, in Nakuru, in Elbakon, in Nakuru, in Mabera, in Kuria West, in Mgwen, in Nandi, in Milimani, in Kakamega, and also in Vihiga counties, Nanyuki, and many others across the country. The bottom-up transformation is reaching every corner of Kenya, leaving no one behind. Beyond providing dignified shelter, this transformative program is driving job creation, having already generated over 250,000 jobs. It is nothing short of a nation-building revolution, uplifting lives, growing businesses, and redefining the future of work and urban living in Kenya. Fellow Kenyans, in recognition and appreciation of the sacrifice made by patriotic Kenyans through their contributions to the housing levy, I am pleased to announce today that we shall be proposing to Parliament a reform to the law that will allow any contributor to access an affordable home loan of up to 5 million shillings at a single-digit interest rate, applicable towards any housing unit in the market. This facility will also enable contributors to offset existing mortgages, offering greater flexibility in their housing journey and allowing many to significantly ease their home financing costs. These reforms will ensure that every shilling contributed to the housing levy works for the contributor, whether through access to affordable housing, home loans, or mortgage relief. To address persistent challenges such as irregular premiums and other contributions among informal sector workers, we are introducing an innovative and inclusive payment solution called Lipa Sha Pole Pole, or Lipa Sha Mos Mos. This initiative enables Kenyans to remit their annual SHA contributions through flexible, manageable installments, whether monthly, weekly, or even daily, based on their financial ability. It ensures families maintain continuous health coverage without financial strain, while simultaneously promoting the sustainability of the health insurance fund. Lipa Sha Pole Pole has been made possible through a strategic partnership between the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSMEs, mobile network operators, and financial institutions through the Hustler Fund. The system is simple and accessible to citizens. Citizens can dial *147# and follow the prompts to enroll and begin their contributions immediately. In addition to enhancing access to health insurance, we have prioritized the availability of essential medical equipment in public health facilities, moving away from the previous managed equipment services model, which placed maintenance and service delivery responsibilities solely on county governments. We have adopted a more efficient approach under the National Equipment Supply Program. Under this new model, the national government, working in collaboration with county governments, engages directly with equipment manufacturers and suppliers to deploy critical medical equipment based on county-specific needs. Payments are made on a fee-for-service basis aligned with the gazetted SHA tariffs. This output-based financing mechanism ensures that facilities are reimbursed only for actual services rendered, thereby enhancing accountability and guaranteeing the availability, functionality, and quality of medical services across public health institutions in our republic. I urge every Kenyan to take charge of their health by enrolling with the Social Health Authority so that together we can end the heartbreaking cycle where families are forced to auction their livestock, sell their land, or part with their life's possessions just to afford medical care. No Kenyan should choose between life-saving treatment and their dignity. Let us unite to build a healthcare system rooted in dignity, equality, and compassion, a system where access to care is a right, not a privilege for a few. This effectively integrates them into the mainstream financial system, unlocking greater economic opportunities for them. As part of this financial empowerment program for those at the base of our economy, I am pleased to announce that in recognition of the immense potential of our young people, their critical role in the economy, and their capacity for creativity and innovation, the government of Kenya has partnered with the World Bank to roll out the 20 billion National Youth Opportunity Towards Advancement Project, commonly known as NYOTA. This initiative aims to empower over 800,000 young people aged between the ages of 18 and 29 years, and up to 35 years for those with disabilities, by enhancing their employability through skills, training, on-the-job experience, recognition of prior learning, and entrepreneurial development, and the promotion of a savings culture. The NYOTA project leverages the Hustler Fund platform and has already attracted over 1 million applicants for its business support component. This initiative targets at least 70 young people in every ward across Kenya, offering grant funding, business training, and market linkages. We have committed 5 billion Kenya shillings in grants to support 100,000 young people. Each will receive Kenya 50 shillings grant in seed capital to start their entrepreneurial journey by August this year. I am equally pleased to report to the nation that effective this week, we will commence the nationwide rollout of Climate Works, a bold and ambitious initiative aimed at engaging over 110,000 young people across the 47 counties in meaningful work that strengthens their nation's resilience, beginning with informal settlements. Launched last year in Nairobi, the program has recorded significant success and is now being expanded to the remaining 46 counties. Structured as a social protection program, Climate Works will engage youth to deliver vital public goods, including the construction of roads, the planting of trees, and the improvement of environmental sanitation within their localities. Through Climate Works, we are not just offering a paycheck for today. We are providing financial relief and a bridge to future opportunities, enabling young people to pursue their next steps, whether in launching a business, furthering their education, or stepping into long-term employment. So vijana wa Homa Bay, mujipange kuanzia next week. Ile ilikuwa inaitwa kazi mtaani, sasa itaanza Kenya mzima, na vijana 110,000 watapata nafasi ya kushiriki katika kazi hiyo. The affordable housing program stands as a powerful symbol of the socio-economic transformation underway across Kenya. Last week, I had the privilege of handing over keys to the first 1,080 social housing units in the new Mukuru estate in Nairobi. As I said then, while it was a life-changing moment for the new homeowners, it was equally one of the most profound and consequential days in my political career to witness how a deliberate government policy can uplift lives, restore dignity, and offer hope to communities that have long lived on the margins of our society. Vulnerable, forgotten, and neglected. It also marked a proud milestone for Kenya and demonstrated that ambitious national programs can be successfully implemented to deliver tangible benefits to ordinary citizens and fundamentally reshape our understanding of meaningful change. To see families move from the hardship of overcrowded slums to the relative comfort of permanent homes, complete with electricity, running water, and clean cooking gas, was a powerful reminder of what pro-people policies can deliver and the great things we can achieve together when we focus our thoughts and energy on possibilities and action rather than obstacles and doubt. A little over 2 years ago, many were skeptical when we said that ordinary Kenyans can begin owning homes through a rent-to-own model using the same amount they pay in rent. Today, that bold promise is being fulfilled. We saw the joy of Cherusha Mudhoni, a mother of 3, grandmother of 4, and second-hand clothes trader from Mukuru kwa Ruben, as she stepped into